Hey, survivors. Wanted to do a little bit of story time before I call it a night. Give me another headache pillow. I love this pillow. Um, I was about 5 years old when I got this crack in my skull. And I'm gonna tell you what my granddaughter said because I told her the story. I was about 5 years old, and I was outside in the front yard playing, and we had these windows that roll outwards. They went out, so the windows was hanging out, and I could see my mother and family, my brothers and stuff in the backyard. They were doing something. So I ran everywhere when I was little. I didn't walk. I ran everywhere I went. I was running all the time. So I took off full speed ahead, and I hit that corner of that window, and it felt like a brick. It felt like I had hit a brick wall, and all of a sudden, I mean, it was just went blank. Now, I went blank, but I woke up, and when I woke, I was 2 years old, sitting on the toilet. I was in the bathroom, and I was sitting on the toilet, and I looked, and I had on this little outfit that I liked. It was a little one jumper that I could zip up. It was real easy. And so I looked down the hallway and I see my older brother coming toward the bathroom, and he says, "Shut that door, Dee Dee. Shut the door." So I reached for the doorknob, and I reached for the doorknob, and I was pushing to close it. And when I heard the click on the door, it was a loud click, and I woke up. And when I woke, I was standing in front of my mother. I went back to where I was the present time, and I was standing in front of my mother, and she was pushing me back and saying, "What's wrong with you, Dee Dee? What happened? What happened to you? What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And I said, "I hit my head. I hit my head." And I had a hole in my head. It was a little hole, like a pinpoint hole. I could see it. I remember looking in the mirror and seeing that. And I remember that day because we were going to go swimming at the community swimming pool, the neighborhood swimming pool. And I couldn't go. No, I was 5 years old. And I couldn't go. And I was really sad that I couldn't go because I had a hole in my head. I had cracked my skull. I didn't even know I cracked it. My mother didn't know that it was cracked. She just seen the hole or whatever and was like, "No, you can't go." I didn't find out later that it was a fracture until lately, where I've been going to the doctor for my migraines and things like that. Um, so I told my granddaughter, this story, and she was just engaged with it. And wait, before I get to that part, my fraternity brother, I was talking to him. I'll just say a friend. I was talking to him and telling him about it. We were just talking about things that happened in our childhood. And he said, "Denise," he said, "now, she didn't, you mean your mother carried you?" And I was like, "No, I woke up and I was in her arms, and she was pushing me back and saying, 'What's wrong, Dee Dee?'" And it wasn't until that point, till he brought it to my consciousness, that I realized that there was a time lapse. He said someone had to come and get me and carry me. But that's not the way that it happened. That's not the way that I remembered once I came back, right? So that was one, I believe, a near death experience, or a point where I actually just left my body, or I went somewhere, somewhere. So I told my granddaughter that about the time lapse and everything, and she said, you're a time traveler," and she said that to me, and I was like, "A time traveler? What makes you think that?" She said, "Because you said the time lapse. You left, you went somewhere else, and you came back." And y'all, I said, and I thought about that, and I thought about that, and I was like, I never thought of it like that. I thought of, because I know when you have trauma, your brain it will protect you. And I probably hit that thing and it just took me somewhere else so that I can cope with the pain. Because again, I had cracked my skull. And yeah, that was wild. So, but nobody ever said they picked me up. And I remember my mother pushing me back, saying, pushing me to look at my face. And she was like, "Well, what's wrong? What's the matter with you, Didi? What's wrong? What is it?" Because I probably held on to it because I was holding on to her when I came to. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. I thought it was really, really, huh, interesting. I've had several things within my lifespan happen to me like that, and a lot of different things that makes me wonder. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to tell y'all that I took my medicine. I done real good this week. I didn't have a migraine for this whole week. Now I hate to say that, and then as I start getting symptoms and stuff, but so far I've been doing pretty good. Um, and I know I stopped eating chicken, y'all. I stopped eating meat in general, anyway, and that really has helped. I think it has helped. But Yeah, I'm still trying to cut it out completely. It is a um, process of getting it out of your system and getting away from that addiction of protein, addiction of meat for me. Not for everybody, but just for me. Anyway, I'm going to leave y'all with that. Remember to make good choices. Turn your negative thoughts into positive thoughts and make good choices. Talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye bye.